Somali History and Political Context, written by Ahmed Adan, published by Ogal Star of Ogal Media Group. Ogal Media Group unveils the Somali political and historical context from ancient history to modern-day Somali's changing historical and political context, explaining the Somali nation's complex history that dates back centuries. From the ancient civilization of Punt to the modern-day state of Somalia, the country has been through many changes. However, one of the most significant moments in Somali history was undoubtedly the birth and fall of the Somali nation from July 1960 to April 1991. During this time, Somalia underwent a period of intense political and social changes that would ultimately shape the modern-day country. In this video, we will delve deep into the ancient history of the Somali Peninsula. We will introduce Somali historiography through the ages from ancient to the 16th century, and everything in between. So join us as we explore the complex history of Somalia and unravel the ancient history of the Somali Peninsula. Chapter 1: Ancient Somali History. The Somali History and Political Context Series. Somali historiography through the ages. Dating back to ancient times, the history of the Somali ethnic group is intertwined with the Islamic expansion narrative and trade expeditions conducted along the northeastern coast of Africa. Around the same period, Islam emerged. During the 7th century BC, a majority of the Somali people embraced the faith. Ample historical evidence attests to the trade and cultural connections between ancient Egypt and present-day Somalia, also known as the Land of Punt. Specifically, Egyptian records from 5,021 years ago, approximately 3000 BC, document the earliest Pharaonic expedition to Somalia, undertaken to acquire frankincense and myrrh. Further historical records indicate even earlier contact between the two civilizations. Moving on to the Common Era, Somali history is replete with notable occurrences. Arab and Persian migration is evident, as well as robust trade and cultural interactions with Asia, including Far East Asia. The Historical Dictionary of Somalia records the migration of a group from Oman in 695 AD, who settled on the East African coast, particularly in Somalia. It also notes the arrival of the first Shiite migrants in Somalia in 739 AD. At this juncture in history, Mogadishu emerged as a global trading hub that attracted numerous immigrant groups, primarily from Oman, Persia, and India. The flourishing coastal trading posts along the Gulf of Aden and the Indian Ocean solidified Somalia's close trading relations with the Arab Peninsula, Persia, India/Pakistan, and China in Far East Asia. Dating back to the 12th century BC in 1331, the renowned Moroccan explorer and Islamic historian Ibn Battuta embarked on a journey to Mogadishu and other coastal cities. His vivid account described Mogadishu as an exceedingly large city teeming with wealthy merchants. The city was particularly renowned for its high-quality fabric, which it exported to Egypt and other locations. In the early 14th century, the Ajuran Empire, based in Mogadishu, Somalia, appointed an ambassador to China with clear instructions and valuable gifts in order to establish relations. Ambassador Said of Mogadishu, a well-known scholar, became the first African to study Mandarin and translate works from the language into Arabic and Somali using Arabic scripture. He was also credited with making Somalia a hub for trade between Africa and Asia. It should be noted that this was not the only recorded trip between China and Africa, as trade and diplomatic relations continued well into the present. There are even photographs as evidence of this interaction. Ambassador Said, born in Mogadishu in 1301, spent 28 years studying various Islamic disciplines in Mecca and Medina before his death between 1361 and 1365. Moving to the early 16th century, the Yemeni author Sihab Adan Ahmad bin Abd al-Qadir recounts the religious conflict between the Ethiopian Orthodox Church and Somali Muslims in the region. The Jihad, or Holy War, led by Imam Ahmad bin Ibrahim, commonly known as Ahmad Guri or the Left-Handed, is a significant historical event of the time. The author, an eyewitness to many of the battles he describes, provides invaluable insights. His renowned book, Futu al-Habasa or Conquest of Abyssinia, is filled with human drama, often tragic, and greatly enhances our understanding of this crucial period in history. Within his book, the author details the intense struggle between the church and the mosque in the region. The Somali forces, under the leadership of Imam Ahmad bin Ibrahim, successfully occupied a large part of Ethiopia. Emperor Labna Dengel's resistance was near collapse, leading many Christians to convert to Islam. For nearly a century, the victorious Imam's regime ruled over the entire region, encompassing present-day Ethiopia and Somalia. However, the struggle persisted, and Imam Ahmed Guri died in battle on February 21, 1543. His successor, Amir Nuwa, faced even stronger resistance, resulting in defeat at the hands of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, which received support from European Christian churches led by Portuguese crusaders, the Muslim army gradually disintegrated, with soldiers making their way back to mainland Somalia. Some Muslim converts even reverted to their former faith. The spread of Islam in Ethiopia is largely attributed to the efforts of Imam Ahmed Guri and his struggle. We extend our gratitude to you for tuning into the initial presentation on the historical background of ancient Somalia. This marks the commencement of the Somali History and Political Context series, Chapter 1. Kindly anticipate the forthcoming chapter, which will delve into a comprehensive analysis of European imperialism in the Somali Peninsula spanning from the 16th to the early 19th century, examining every aspect in between. Remember to subscribe to our channel and show your support through likes as we endeavor to bring you more insightful content about Somalia and its people. Oval Media Group takes great pleasure in providing you with educational materials about Somalia and the Somali ethnic community. Once again, thank you for your viewership.